that not only was Corey Gamble extremely close to Kim Porter and Diddy, he was there. He was there when the coroners arrived to Kim Porter's house after 911 was called. Am I crazy? That's Corey Gamble, 100%. Not in the blue, the one right behind him. Like, I don't even have a theory. I'm just confused.
They don't know what Kim Porter really passed away of. It certainly didn't seem like it was some pneumonia or, none of this stuff. But, such is the case of Hollywood and celebrity life. A lot of these people die mysteriously.
It's high time we talked about Kris Jenner's sugar baby in silk pajamas / rumored CIA agent Corey Gamble, because there's definitely a vibe about this man that just doesn't sit right with me. Well, it turns out that Corey might be more than just Kris's boy toy. Rumor has it that he could be one of those Hollywood handlers with connections to both industry elites and government agencies. Corey is now being exposed left and right for having close ties to Diddy, and you probably remember that Kanye already told us Diddy is a Fed informant.
Travis gave me the address, but as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard you. You know what I'm saying? I don't get because you can't right anyway, and the reason why you got chalk is because you did a deal, you Fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the about me.
But there's more to this Corey Diddy saga than meets the eye. Turns out that Corey was one of the first people at the scene when Diddy's ex Kim Porter died in 2018 under some very sketchy circumstances. Diddy allegedly brought Corey with him, and there were whispers that Diddy took Kim's phone and computer from the house before the police arrived. So what is Corey Gamble anyway? Can we even be sure that's his real name? And more importantly, could there be more to his involvement in Kim Porter's tragic passing than we've been led to believe? Let's break it down.
I have a feeling this man, Corey Gamble, is going to be part of the industry fallout that is happening right now. Corey Gamble was so close with Kim Porter, so close to the point that he has said that he helped raise P. Diddy's children.
So Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, is back in the headlines, y'all. And this time, it's all about his mysterious connections to Diddy and a whole bunch of other sketchy details about his past. It's kind of wild how Corey's been in the Kardashians' orbit for what feels like ages, yet no one knows where he came from or what he did before he became Kris's main squeeze. What's also crazy is that Corey is like the ultimate Hollywood socialite. I mean, this guy is practically besties with everyone from Diddy to Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and even Prince Harry. Back in March, Kris and Corey were spotted on a ski trip with Harry and Meghan in Colorado. And this was shortly before Harry was named in one of the lawsuits against Diddy. And then Corey's relationship with Jay-Z and Beyonce is even more bizarre because the Carters tried so hard to convince us that they are above the Kardashians. And they were also quick to cut Kanye off after he married Kim. And yet, Corey is still regularly seen with Jay and Bey. And I'm not just talking about him hanging out with the Carters at Hollywood events. He literally flies on their private jet. There was also this video that made the rounds last year showing Corey and Jay-Z escorting Beyonce to her car after a pre-Grammys party. And word on the street was that they were trying to hide Queen Bee from the paparazzi because, they thought she might have had a little too much fun at the party. And then here's Jay-Z arriving at Michael Rubin's 4th of July party in the Hamptons last year with Beyonce's mom Tina, Kelly Rowland, and you guessed it, Corey Gamble. So what's Corey's deal? Like, what does he actually do? Well, the grapevine's been buzzing with whispers that Corey might be playing the role of a Hollywood handler. But hold up, why would Corey bother with all that handler business when he's got Kris Jenner, who's basically his financial golden goose? Well, word on the street is that a lot of these Hollywood handlers have ties to government agencies and are basically planted in the entertainment industry to keep big celebs in check so they don't mess up the money for their puppet masters, and also to get them to toe the line on certain political issues. I mean, we all know what happened to Kanye the moment he challenged the status quo. Kanye's former personal trainer, Harley Pasternak, was outed for his past involvement with Canadian intelligence, and as you probably know, Harley openly threatened to institutionalize Kanye and, quote, send him back to zombie land, end quote, after Ye started speaking out on the people who actually pull the strings in Hollywood.
And the area that I was interested in was how then food affect muscular performance. And
when you say, so that like performance enhancing drugs, or are they
all kinds of.
Right, okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain that are not everyday things.
This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right?
Let's dwell on this for a second. A man who we're supposed to believe is just a personal trainer is openly threatening an A-list celebrity that he would force medication on him and lock him up in an institution, and yet the media didn't even bat an eyelid and no one even dared question Harley about what he meant by that. I mean, if you really still think Harley is just a trainer, then you probably think Corey Gamble is just Kris Jenner's sugar baby. By the way, when Kanye was venting his frustrations about Harley, he also went on to voice his worries about other handlers hovering around his family and around his kids.
If Harley was part of intelligence, right, what kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now?
And let's not forget that Kanye previously publicly stated that he doesn't want Corey and Kris around his children. Back in the summer of 2020, Kanye pulled a disappearing act to his Wyoming ranch and then dropped bombshells on Twitter accusing Kim and Kris of trying to stage some kind of intervention to get him locked up under the 5150 psychiatric hold. And then in a follow-up tweet, Kanye said, "Kris, don't play with me. You and that Kanye are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up." But wait, Kanye wasn't done yet. Fast forward to 2022, and he called out Corey again, and this time he brought up Corey's ties to Diddy and Justin Bieber. A nice person who used to be around Puff's family, then got around Justin Bieber, and then when Kris got divorced, he slid in, Kanye wrote, also adding that he once had to remove Corey from his daughter's birthday party. Kanye also said that Corey got Kim linked with the liberals in a deep way, and suggested that Corey probably works for some shady corporation. And then another video started making the rounds on social media showing Kanye telling someone on the phone that Corey for sure works for the CIA.
Yes, Corey's CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. CIA.
Now let's talk about Corey's connection to Diddy, because you know how Diddy previously claimed that Diddy is a Fed informant? Well, turns out that Diddy and Corey go way back. And here's a real eyebrow raiser. Not only is Corey part of Diddy's inner circle, but he was also one of the first on the scene when Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, passed away in 2018 under some seriously sketchy circumstances.
How am I just now finding out that not only was Corey Gamble extremely close to Kim Porter and Diddy, he was there. He was there when the coroners arrived to Kim Porter's house after 911 was called. Am I crazy? That's Corey Gamble, 100%. Not in the blue, the one right behind him. Like, I don't even have a theory. I'm just confused. And we're going to talk about this in the deep dive, but Kim Porter, when she passed away, there was obviously discrepancies in police reports versus coroner reports. Another thing we know for a fact is P. Diddy had her entire home wired with audio listening devices and video cameras. Was her passing caught on camera? Does Diddy have footage of Kim Porter passing away? I just don't get it. How has this man been everywhere, have connections with everyone, but he is really only known as Kris Jenner's boyfriend?
And then when Diddy threw a party to celebrate what would have been Kim Porter's 50th birthday 2 years after she died, Corey shared a throwback photo of him and Kim and wrote, "Happy birthday, Kim Porter. I will always continue to thank you for all you and Diddy did for my life." Now let's put this into perspective. For years, there were rumors about Diddy allegedly poisoning Kim. And now we find out that the person at the scene of Kim's death alongside that Diddy was Corey Gamble, an alleged handler? Remember how Haley Pasternak openly admitted he had in-depth knowledge about secret substances that he researched while working for the military? Well, who's to say that Corey doesn't have similar knowledge? I mean, it would explain a lot, especially when you take into account how Corey was assigned to Justin Bieber, supposedly as his tour manager, and this was right around the time Justin's substance started getting out of control. And then the fact that Kanye explicitly forbid Corey from being around his kids. Yo, Corey sounds genuinely sinister, and I know you cannot tell by looking at him, but that's probably why they picked him to be a handler. One fan said, I don't know if he's a federal agent, but he does seem to be someone with a lot of connections. But what I didn't know was his closeness to Diddy. I said it in another comment, but I truly believe that Kris has been able to get so many deals and brands working with them, not only because of Ye, but because of Diddy, especially from Diddy. And now this Corey thing makes sense. Corey works for Diddy, and he's been hired to protect Kris and the Kardashians/Jenners. And another person wrote, maybe it's a long-term investment on Kris's part. If Diddy does have dirt on them on any level, also having Corey in their circle and invested in maintaining the well-being of the Kardashian/Jenner clan for his own financial and status benefit, the man got a silk pajama line and access to Ozempic. He can help possibly counteract or decrease the blow any possible threat from Diddy's camp or the current federal investigation on Diddy could have on them. Now I want to hear what you think about Corey Gamble and his ties to Diddy. Do you think there's any truth to the speculation that Corey might have been involved in Kim Porter's death? Sound off in the comment section below, and make sure you stick around for our next video.